It is a city of impossibilities, a defiant marble dream constructed over a swamp. For centuries, Venice has enchanted the world, floating on the Adriatic Sea, draped in golden elegance. Yet every year, the water that sustains it whispers a threat, a silent promise to reclaim what was taken from the ocean. Welcome to Novel Chronicles. Today, we step off the tourist route and into the melancholic shadows of the Queen of the Adriatic. We are here not just to witness the beauty, but to document the decay, exploring the secret histories, the lost islands, and the truth behind the city's inevitable, tragic end. The most immediate mystery is the city's slow, irreversible demise. The phenomenon known as aqua alta, the high water, is no longer a rare event. It is a recurring crisis, flooding historic squares and driving away residents. But the sinking is caused by more than just rising sea levels. The scientific reality is far more dire. Venice is sinking because the very bedrock it rests upon is compacting. Every building, every ornate palace is pushing the underlying silt down, a problem compounded by the pumping of groundwater in the 20th century. The city is essentially committing slow self-suicide. The attempts to save it, specifically the multi-billion-dollar Meuse Barrier project, are themselves controversial, marred by corruption and technical failures. Venice's fate feels less like a natural disaster and more like a punishment for human vanity, a glorious empire facing its final judgment. The weight of this history is physically present on Poveglia, a small island near the Lido that has become synonymous with terror. It is strictly forbidden to visit. Its dark reputation stems from two terrifying distinct periods in Venetian history. First, Poveglia served as a quarantine station, lazaretto, during the Black Death outbreaks of the 14th and 17th centuries. When the plague ravaged Venice, authorities shipped the infected, and often the simply suspected, to Poveglia to die in isolation. The ground of Poveglia is layered with the ashes and bones of over 160,000 victims. The soil itself is chemically changed by human decomposition. This historical truth, not ghostly fiction, explains the profound, chilling sense of death that permeates the air around the island. The second dark chapter occurred in the 1920s when a public health facility, rumored by many to be a psychiatric hospital, operated on the island. While records are sparse, the isolation and the atmosphere of death certainly contributed to a deeply unsettling period for the patients housed there. The tragic history of Poveglia serves as a dark mirror to the city's beauty. But Venice had other, more glamorous secrets tied to the most famous and most elusive figure in its history, Giacomo Casanova. Giacomo Casanova is remembered as the great lover, the hedonist who charmed the courts of Europe. But beneath this famous facade, the true Casanova was far more mysterious. He was a spy, an alchemist, and a prisoner of the powerful Venetian state. His exploits were not merely romantic escapades, they were political maneuvers. Venice, in the 18th century, was a republic obsessed with its secrets, and Casanova, with his access to nobility and foreign dignitaries, was a valuable yet dangerous intelligence asset. His true crime, for which he was imprisoned in the notorious lead-lined dungeons of the Doge's palace, remains murky. It wasn't simple seduction. Historians suggest he was incarcerated for libertinism and occultism, charges often used when true political offenses could not be openly stated. The dungeons, called I piombi, the leads, because of their lead roofs, were hellish in summer and freezing in winter. Casanova's escape from this prison in 1756, a feat of sheer cunning and determination, is a legend that embodies the labyrinthine defiance of the city itself. Now let us turn to the masks. The Venetian carnival is renowned worldwide, but the mask was not just for celebration. It was an indispensable tool for espionage and vice. The mask provided the ultimate democratic anonymity, dissolving class and gender. Behind the blank ceramic face of a bauta, a fisherman could openly challenge a duke, a priest could gamble, and a noblewoman could conduct a secret rendezvous. The mask was a temporary contract with lawlessness, granting total freedom and total impunity. This led to the rise of secret societies and band gatherings where political plots, alchemical experiments, and forbidden rituals were conducted. The city council, fearful of this unchecked anonymity, repeatedly issued edicts banning the use of masks outside of the official carnival period. But the people ignored the ban. Imagine the sense of danger, walking through a fog-laden alley, hearing only the splash of water, knowing the person passing you might be your lover, your rival, or a state inquisitor, hidden completely behind the porcelain stare of a mask. This atmosphere of veiled conspiracy was enhanced by the dark, labyrinthine architecture. The very structure of Venice, with its narrow calli, streets, and sudden dead-end canals, feels designed to facilitate mystery and escape. It is a city of shadows, even at high noon. And if the surface holds secrets, what lies beneath the legendary Piazza San Marco? The square, the supposed political and spiritual heart of the Republic, is not built on solid ground. And beneath the stone flags, historical records hint at a forgotten network. Below the Piazza San Marco, the historic center of the Venetian Republic, lies a network of forgotten cisterns and shallow drainage tunnels. These subterranean spaces, often ankle-deep in brackish water, were the city's early infrastructure, a necessity for a city built on wood and mud. These tunnels were not only practical, but strategic. Venetian records hint that some of these passages connected directly to the cells of the Doge's palace, allowing guards or spies to move unseen from the government's seat of power directly into the labyrinth of the city. Imagine this: the same network of canals and shadowy passages that facilitated Casanova's great escape was built on top of an even older, submerged network. The water you see in the canals is only half the story. Beneath it, the original, secret Venice is slowly being swallowed whole. This is the ultimate secret of Venice. The city was founded on a paradox of secrecy and exposure. It built magnificent prisons and hidden passageways, but it could never protect itself from the tide. Its secrets, like its foundations, are dissolving, becoming one with the Adriatic. And as the water rises, the aqua alta seeping into the ancient stone, it is not just destroying buildings, it is erasing history. The mold and the salt devour the last remaining vestiges of the old republic, ensuring that the dark stories of Poveglia and the hidden plots of the masquerade will one day be lost to the sea. So the mystery of Venice is not whether it will sink, but what secrets it will take with it. The ghost of Casanova, the silent tragedies of Poveglia, and the plots of the masked nobles, all are being swallowed by the eternal tide. Our journey to the Queen of the Adriatic concludes, but the quest of Novel Chronicles is far from over. From the canals of Venice, we turn our attention to the imperial shadows of Rome, Italy. If you found the secrets of this dying city compelling, you can ensure our voyage continues. There are 3 simple ways you can support Novel Chronicles and our mission First, please hit the like button on this video. It tells the algorithm that you want more immersive mystery content. Second, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our exploration of the hidden vaults and imperial secrets beneath Rome. Every city holds a shadow, and we are committed to finding it. Finally, share this video with someone who loves a deep historical mystery. And let us know in the comments section below. We have covered New Orleans, London, Paris, Cairo, and Venice. What famous city do you believe holds the deepest, most fascinating secrets? Thank you for tuning in to Novel Chronicles. Until the next journey, stay curious.